everyone. I've been trying to catch up with all of you. I'm sorry if you can't hear me as well. It's like 95 degrees today in Pennsylvania, just really high for us, and my air is on, so sorry if it's a little tricky to hear me. I wanted to pop on real quick. So I feel like the first month of this, I was like listening and communicating and doing all the things and really being active in this Marco Polo group. And after a month, I think it was just such good information and like so much learning new ways of doing things that it was hard for me to still be involved with everything. Like, I kind of had to process what I was learning and how to like kind of take a step back and redo everything, like just in the way I speak to people about Young Living or how I reach out to people, like just all the ways I just had to take a step back. And so sorry I haven't been on here. I've been super overwhelmed with such great information from all of you, and I've been listening here and there, but it's just been really hard for me to catch up when I'm trying to actively use that information day to day. But I wanted to share, I did talk to Sarah, I think, on Instagram the other day, and she's like, hey, how you been? And I'm like, that's right, I haven't really been on there. And I'm like, listen, I'm doing all the things, and I'm seeing progress, and I'm seeing growth. So don't think I'm not actively using it. I just haven't been on the Marco Polo group as much. And she told me to come in and kind of share what's been changing for me and share my testimony about this Marco Polo group. And sorry, my voice is a little weird. I'm getting over a cold. So I wanted to pop on real quick. I have a long drive, and I just wanted to pop on for a few minutes and kind of share how this Marco Polo group and how Jody and Sarah have really helped me change my business around for the better. So basically, I'd say for the most part, I'm seeing a lot of ways to build relationships, and I'm seeing a growth in how I love on people. You know, when I first started this Marco Polo group, what I really wanted was people to not just join Essential Rewards to join Essential Rewards. Like, I wanted them to see the value of everything and to actually be using it in their life and having those testimonies that they can share with me. You know, I felt like I was kind of at a point where I was begging people to try things. Like, please just, try Ninja. You're going to feel so good and blah, blah, blah. Instead of, like, taking the time and, like, learning about them and learning about their life and seeing where they're at, and then building that relationship, not having to do with oils, loving them as people, building that community, and then as time goes on, little bits and pieces, like kind of throwing it in there, like dropping a hint. And that is so hard for me. It has been so hard for me because I am not the most patient person, and because I'm so passionate about Young Living, and because I know oils work. Like, I know what oils can do for people. Their doubt and them not like jumping on board ASAP drives me crazy. But I'm learning to take a step back and realize that building that relationship and dropping the hints here and there makes them see the lifestyle and makes them see the worth and the value, so that when they do jump on board, they try everything I recommend. They do the things. They use their oils consistently. Then they have these testimonies, and it's easier for them to share. And I think that's the most of what I've got out of this group already. It's just like a lot of patience. And it's really been testing me because I see people hustling. And yes, there's that essential hustle. I saw Marco Polo previously from Jody where she was talking about this, where it's like when you get started, there's that initial hustle, and then like everyone kind of has your oils, and you're kind of like, what now? And that's kind of where I'm at. And it is just, it's patience, and it's about hustling in other ways that I didn't really know was considered hustling. Like, I always thought hustling was, I don't know, let's do a promo, let's talk all the people into Essential Rewards, like no, it's the hustling is more of, let's meet all the people, let's make connections, let's build relationships with people, go to the events that other people are going at, let's talk to people. And then it's, let's do like some fun meetups for community and bring in oils to it and do all the things. And so I'm just feeling like I have more of a grasp on what it means to hustle and what it means to build this business in a more natural way. I see a lot of people in my downline who before have been like, yeah, this business is not for me, or like people who have tried and been like, I'm all in, and then they're like, no, I'm all out. People who have gotten off Essential Rewards have been getting back on. They've been seeing my posts on social media. They've been seeing the things I've been talking about, and I think they can relate to me more because, the events I've been doing are pretty simple. Like the one, and even if nobody comes, like people are seeing how easy it is to kind of put things together. Like, what did I do a couple weeks ago? I did like a maker perfume. I said I got the book here. Like I literally shared how I prepared this class. Hold on. I shared how I prepared this class. I said, look, I came up with this idea for the class. I got Melissa Poping's book. I got these from Amazon. Got the oils. We made this perfume. I literally just shared that. That was as simple as how I made this event. And it was fun. And, you kind of have to fake it till you make it sometimes. Like, no, nobody showed up. I was sitting there alone. But when I was at the coffee shop and I was sitting there alone, I actually was talking to the person next to me. And I did share this, that, when everyone left or whatever I said. But, person sitting next to me wasn't, was looking at me and talking about how good everything smelled. And I gave her a perfume to take home. I asked her questions. I was having a talk with her. Things like that. I don't know. I just feel like I have a much better ability to see potential in people and see what they need through Young Living just by loving on them. And it's also fulfilled me more. Like, I feel like before I was very salesy, and I'm slowly getting out of that sense where, yes, we're making sales, but it's more about we're making sales and loving on people versus making sales to make sales. And I feel like that's where I'm very different, where before it was like, I think my day-to-day thought was like, how can I get people to see the value of oils, and how can I get them to, get their kit and jump on Essential Rewards and share. And it's just like, that's not where my focus should be in the reality of day-to-day life. It should be, how can I love on people today? How can I do something for others today? Whether it be, I'm going to the store and, I actually am talking to people there, asking how their day is, telling them a tip, giving value to people's lives other than oils, just in like day-to-day actions, day-to-day life. And I'm realizing that gives me more purpose and fulfillment more than anything, because that leads to people seeing my value in all ways, not just oils, but also like there's other things I have to offer that, could help people. It's not just oils. And so I'm actually realizing more too about how much I have to offer other than oils. Like, I'm more valuable than I thought I was. Let's just say that. So I just wanted to pop on and share the success I've been having, even though I've kind of been absent. I feel like for me, as a person who gets easily overwhelmed, this would have been something that would be good if I did 1 month and then took a break a couple months and then came back to it, just because I need time to digest everything I'm learning. And it was kind of like reinventing the wheel a little bit, because I was doing so many things that were not helping, and I kind of had to redo the way I did them. But my OGV is growing. I'm building a lot of personal connections with people, more so people that I know already, like getting deeper relationships with them. I haven't really been, there are some people that I've gotten some new relationships with. I've been also actively, this is what I do, if I meet someone, I friend them on Facebook. So I just want to add this because I've seen this help me. So even if I don't even know them that well, I just slightly know them. Like, even if I just met them somewhere and, like, I know someone that they know, like, years ago, I look them on Facebook and I friend them. And I don't think that's weird at all. I think tons of people are on Facebook today, and that's their way of, like, kind of sharing whatever they want to share. And so I do that, and I every couple weeks, I'll go through people you may know, and I'll add every single person who I know slightly who they are. And even if it's someone, like, I was at a baseball game with someone, and, you know, I was with that person, a friend, and that friend was talking to this person, and I maybe pitched in a few times when we were having a conversation, friend them on Facebook, because then they have access to everything you have to offer, and you have access to everything that they're saying they need, and you can connect with them on Facebook. So that's been my other thing that I've been really using to make my business grow, and being consistent. Someone the other day just messaged me and said, Carly, you know, I jumped off Essential Rewards a couple months ago, and I didn't really see the value in it, and now I'm pregnant with my second child, and I want to ditch all the things, and I just want to thank you because you are my motivation. You are what got me to get back on Essential Rewards and do this. Your education, your posts in our group, on your personal page have helped me so much learn all the info. I see how much I need this. Like, be consistent. Anyway, sorry that was so long, but I wanted to come in and I guess make up for lost time and tell you guys what's been going on. So thank you all for your help. Thank you, Jody, Sarah. I'm gonna try to stay in the loop for the next time, the last bits of time that we have.